All right, welcome, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my channel. Coach Noah here. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more value. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome to my page. All right, hit that follow button. Make sure that you comment, like, and share this post. Okay. So yeah, y'all, very grateful to still be here, grateful to still be alive, grateful for another holiday season. I'm grateful for everything that I do have. Grateful for this platform, this value that I'm able to give y'all, the opportunity that I have, um, the leaders that I've come across that have helped me right get to this place. I'm just very thankful, very grateful for everything. Right, my team, people that have joined me, people that have bought anything from me. Yeah, I'm very grateful. All right, very grateful. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Right. So first off, just Merry Christmas from me and my family to yours. Happy holidays, right? Happy New Year's. I know a lot of people right now getting ready, wrapping presents, right, for the holiday season, and that's cool, right? That's cool, but I think we need to switch it up, right? I think we finally need to switch it up. Stop going into our new year in this consumer mindset, right? And anybody that comes across this, if you agree with me, then this video is going to be for you. If you don't agree with me, right, and you want to continue to stay in the consumer mindset where you're buying stuff every season, going broke, and you have nothing to show for it afterwards, right? And you're just in the same cycle every year, right? Going broke, worried about Christmas, buying gifts and spending money and all this. And then you got to wait for taxes so that you can have some more money to try to stay afloat. Right. So I'm trying to break people from that cycle. Right. Let's go into the new year creating an asset, creating something that will bring us in money, not take away money. Right. Something that's going to help us make more money. And that's what I'm here to show you. Okay. Christmas and all that stuff is cool. Celebrate with your family, enjoy your family. Right. But you want to focus on getting an income producing asset for yourself, something that you can use to make more money. Instead of every year going into the same year, spending money, consuming everything, and then you go into the new year broke, talking about my New Year's resolution. This is going to be my year. All right. It's never going to be your year until you switch it up. So, y'all, let's try something different. All right. Go into this year, invest in yourself into something that will help you make money, like the Signal Sniper software. All right. So, what this software is going to allow you to be able to do is add about $200 per day trading, even as a beginner. You don't have to know anything about trading. You don't have to have any experience with trading. If you can click a button, you can make money with this, right? If you can read and you're not colorblind, well, I guess you really don't even need to have to see colors, because if you can see sell or buy, then you can use the software. All right, so this is going to be a side hustle. You're going to spend about 1 to 2 hours with me 3 days out of the week. And I mean, you can trade more if you want, but my live sessions will be 3 days out of the week, and we'll trade for no longer than an hour, right? If we need to, up to 2 hours. All right, so you're not going to have to spend barely any of your own capital if you don't want to. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to get a prop firm account to where you can spend very little amount of your money and leverage off a big amount of money. The Signal Sniper, what it's going to do for you is help you take high probability setups. Okay, higher probability setups. That's really the problem with most traders, is they don't get into high probability setups, so they lose money, they lose trade after trade after trade, and there's no consistency. All right, so the Signal Sniper is going to give you consistent wins. Is it going to win every trade? No. Right, there will be some trades where we will go and draw down, or we may have a losing day. But 8 out of 10 times, the Signal Sniper helps you make a win. I can't say that. All right. So what that's going to help us be able to do is make. Oops, sorry about that. Let me go back. Okay. So what that's going to allow us to do is make $200 per day. is going to equal out to about 4,000 per month. Right. So why $200 per day? Why 200 is because this is a realistic number to shoot for. Okay, making $200 a day is it's not that hard. 1 to 2 trades and you're at $200, right? Now you can make more than 200, right? I have people in my group making thousands of dollars per day. I have other leaders, mentors that are making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per day, right? But at first, you just need a realistic goal, $200. That's cool, right? Adding the extra $200 per day is going to put you at 4K per month, and that's realistic. All right, so all we're trying to do is build up a bunch of small wins, and it's going to equal to a big result. That's what we're trying to do with the sniper software, is make a bunch of small wins, okay, and then end in a big result. So $200, $200, $200. At the end of the week, we should be sitting at about $1,000. All right, we do that 4 times per month, 4K per month. Right, $200 is also going to allow us to stop over trading. Okay, so once we reach our goal, then we're done trading. Okay, move on to the next day. And $200 is easy to scale. Right, so what are the requirements for this? First off, you're going to need a laptop or PC to get the software and put it onto your trading view. Okay. I think there is a way to, but I haven't figured it out yet. But once you have TradingView, once you have the software on TradingView, you can pull it up on your phone, right? You can log into TradingView on your phone and use the software on your phone. I just haven't figured out how to install it just by using just a phone. All right, so right now you need a laptop or PC until I do figure it out how to just use your phone on how to do it. And you're going to need about 1 to 2 hours per day. Okay, so everybody has 1 to 2 hours, right? If you don't think you have the time, let's break it down like this. All right, so you're going to sleep for about 8 hours, right? You're going to sleep for about 8 hours. You're going to work for 8 hours. So that's 16 hours already out of your day. You're also going to spend time eating. It's probably going to be about 1 to 2 hours per day. Okay, so now we're at 18. You're probably going to watch TV and chill after you get off work for about an hour or two before you go to bed. Okay, so what's that? 20. So you got about 4 hours left. 4 hours left, right? So what are you doing with that extra 4 hours? Why not put it towards building the skill, using the Signal Sniper to make some more money? Okay, so you need 1 to 2 hours per day. You're going to need the Signal Sniper software. You're going to need a prop firm account. Okay, so we're going to use Take Profit Trader. We're going to get a $50,000 account, which is $100. You're going to have to risk out of your own money. It's about $100. Okay, now you can use your own money. If you want to trade with your own money, you can, right? Average off of a higher amount of capital. Okay, so we're going to use the prop firm account, which is about $100 for a $50,000 account. And then we need to use risk management. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys that on our trainings, how to use proper risk management. All right, so the power of the Signal Sniper. All right, so there's the Fibonacci strategy, which is led by a different coach. Shout out to Coach Dave. And then we got the Wave Catcher, which is led by another coach. Shout out to Coach Chris. And then we got the Gold Strategy led by myself. And we all have our own sessions inside of our group. Okay, so you just find the strategy that fits for you. All right, find the strategy that fits for you, and then you can stick with it. If you want to try out all 3 strategies, then you can do that. Firms work. Okay, I know you guys have been hearing about these firms, and you've seen people talking about they're getting payouts from $100,000 accounts, $50,000 accounts, right? So I'm going to show you how to get your prop firm set up. Like I said, you're just going to need $100 for a $50,000 account. Okay, this is how prop firms work. You buy the prop firm account, You got to pass the evaluation phase. Okay, they usually have one or two phases that you can choose from. We're going to do the one phase, and all we have to do is reach $3,000 profit on our $50,000 account. Once we reach 3,000, then it turns into a live account. Now, the money that we make on top of that, we're going to split with the company 80 to 90% profit split. And we keep the 80, right? Split it with the company. So you're going to take barely any personal loss if you do lose, right? If you lose the account, then you only lost $100 rather than losing $50,000. So all we have to do is meet the targets, right? So the target on the $50,000 account is $3,000. And if we follow the rules, then we can keep making money with that account and continue to scale, right? Adding accounts. All right. So how are we going to make $200 per day? Okay. So example, we're going to get the $50,000 profit firm account. We're going to risk 5% per trade. We're going to make about $200 to $250. So only one clean setup is all it's going to take. Okay. We may take 1 to 2 trades, but one clean setup should do it, and we should hit our goal. So yeah, that's how you want to do it. You don't want to be taking a bunch of trades all day, going back and forth trying to revenge trade, right? We're just getting in the market, get our little $200, $250, and then get up out. All right. So like I mentioned before, risk management, right? And if you guys are watching, please hit that follow button or like and share this post, leave some good energy. Okay. I'll really appreciate it. You don't have to take the opportunity if you don't want. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to join. But if you could just show good energy if you're here, or like this, and maybe share this with somebody else, right? Somebody else may be looking for an opportunity to make money, right? So risk management. This is how we're going to keep our account, right? This is how we're going to keep our account and continue to add accounts and be able to scale. So first off, we're only taking A+ setups. Okay. Once we get an A+ setup and we see all the confirmations, then we take the trade. If we don't have an A+ setup and we don't see our confirmations, we do not take the trade. Okay. After we take the trade, if we win, then we stop after we meet our goal. Okay. If we lose, we don't try to revenge trade. This is how you keep your account. This is how people continue to blow their accounts, right? Is they come in, they don't have a goal set, they don't have any intention set. They're just trying to hurry up and make a bunch of money as fast as possible. So they revenge trade, they over leverage, they use higher lot sizes than what they should use. They don't use a stop loss. So they continue to blow accounts and continue to waste money. Yo, this is the key. This is the key right here. This is how you continue to make money with Forex, how you continue to scale. Once you get the risk management down, right? And this is really just has to do with your thinking, your psychology, okay? To keep yourself disciplined, to follow your rules, to not take trades if you don't see the confirmation, right? We're not trying to over leverage. We're not trying to over trade. Once we meet our goal, we close our laptop or we move over to the demo account and practice. And the key is using a stop loss every single trade, right? So I want to show you guys an example of what I mean by using a stop loss, right? Real quick. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen. And I want to show you guys what I mean. Okay, so you see this chart here, right? So like, let's say, just hypothetically speaking, right? Just the scenario came here, we got in for a buy here, right, on the chart. I mean by using a stop loss is this shaded red area here. Okay, so let's say we set our stop loss here. All right, so we're in for a buy. We set our stop loss here. So what it means is if the trade does go the opposite way, right, and hits our stop loss, it'll take us out of the trade, right? It'll close the trade for us. So we only lose a certain amount of money, right? And I always try to set my stop loss um, at a point where if I do take a loss, it's not going to hurt my account, right? So I try to only lose about $25 to $50 per trade, right? So I know if I do lose, I'm only losing that certain amount. If I win, though, it's always way more, right? This is how you control your risk, control your losses, and this is how you're going to win in Forex. How you lose is by not knowing how much you're risking, how much in controlling your risk, right? Using a stop loss and over leveraging on your account. Now, I'm not saying that you can't ever over leverage. I'm not saying that you shouldn't over leverage, right? Because sometimes you can. If you feel really confident in your trade, if you can take that loss, if it doesn't go your way, then cool, up your lot size. All right. But at first, we don't want to do that, right? We just want slow and steady wins. We're just trying to build our consistency and build our account, right? So we can scale. Okay. So yeah, I know that's the part that people really don't like talking about because everybody just wants to get rich quick, right? Everybody wants to invest the least amount of money and hurry up and flip that money really quick. So this is not the pretty side of Forex, right? People really don't want to hear that it's going to be a process. We need to take it slow at first and just scale up, right? Compound our account slowly at first. People don't really want to hear that, right? What people want to hear is, oh, you can just invest a little bit of money and you're going to get rich in the first 7 days. First month, you're going to be a millionaire, right? That's what people want to hear. But I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what's real about it. What's the realistic, what you can really expect, right? And what you're going to expect with me, we're going to make little wins. I mean, it just depends on the size of your account, right? If you want to make a little bit more money, get a bigger size prop firm account, right? So that you can up your lot size and still be safe if you take a loss. All right. So does that make sense, y'all? Put in the comments. Yes, that makes sense, right? If you do agree with me. If you don't, then cool. But you're probably not going to last long in this game, right? So yeah, proper risk management. Got to do it. So the daily routine, right? The daily routine. What's that look like? So first thing that I do, right, when I wake up, I connect with God. All right. Now I know some of y'all may not believe in God. You may not believe in Jesus Christ, and that's cool, right? I'm not here to force that on anybody, but I am here to tell you my experience, my story. And my story is when I met Jesus, when I got into connection with God, started building that relationship, things started to change. All right. So if you're looking for a change in your life, give it a try. All right. Give Jesus a try. Give God a try. What can it hurt? All right. What can it hurt? You've tried everything up until now. It's giving you the results that you've been getting. So why not just give it a try, right? Try for, I say, give it 30 days. Just building a relationship with Christ first thing in the morning. All right. So that's the very first thing that we try to do. And that's why I have my meditation sessions and our little prayer sessions, because I want to get you into the routine of getting in alignment first. That's what's going to really give us the results. Right? Yeah, it is taking the trades and doing the physical things, but what's really going to give us results is getting on the right frequency, getting in the right mental, right? And the way we do that is through prayer and meditation, through getting connected with God first thing in the morning before we jump on the charts. Okay, so that's the very first thing. After that, we jump on our laptop, right? We jump on the session. We're going to check the trend, check out the news. Okay, the news is going to let us know what the market could do, right? I'm not saying that it's going to tell you the exact thing of what you should do, right? But it's going to let us know where the trend is going. So that's why we always want to check the news first, right? Check the news, then we jump on the chart and figure out our analysis. Okay. Once we figure out our analysis for the day, We're going to load the signal sniper. It's going to give us more confirmation. After that, we wait for our clean setup. We take the trade. Second hour, right? If we didn't win that trade, then we look for another setup and we take our next trade, and then we log our results. Okay, that's the routine. Every day, right? We do that. We stack up our wins every single day, and then at the end of the week, we have the big result. Okay, so income breakdown. Like I said, we're going to be aiming for about $200 5 days out of the week. That's $1,000 a week, 4K month, $50,000 a year. Okay, that's realistic. Right? I'm not saying that you're going to get rich with this. I'm just saying it's going to be an extra $50,000, all from your phone, just from pressing buttons, right? Buy or sell. Now, can it be more? Yeah. If you start with a higher account, if you're starting with multiple accounts, right? This is just from one account. So obviously the goal is to add 5 accounts so that we could be making $1,000 per day. All right. But at first we'll start with one account. Once we get that, get some payouts from that one account, now we can scale. We can add 2 accounts. Now we're making $400 per day. We add 3 accounts, we're making $600 per day, right? So see how this is going? So results, right? We do have a results group where we have people passing prop firms, showing their daily wins, weekly payouts, and the consistent wins, right? So once you join and you get the signal sniper, then you'll be added to the Facebook group. Okay, and that's our proof group where we show our wins and our payouts and all that stuff. All right. So the scaling plan, just like I said, we're starting with $200 per day, and we're trying to scale it to $1,000 per day. Once $1,000 per day is when we reach 5 prop firm accounts. Okay, so if you want to start off with 5 prop firm accounts, which will be about $500, 5 $50,000 accounts, then you can do that, right? If you can afford that. If you can only afford one, getting one account, right, that's going to be $100. Okay. So as we go, you continue to add accounts and we'll scale that way. So what are you going to get, right? What do you get for $99? 99 is going to get you 3 strategies in one. You're going to get the Signal Sniper software. You're going to get access to our 24/7 community support. You're going to get the 3-day weekly calls, right? So we're going to trade together 3 days out of the week. And then you're going to get the prop firm blueprint on how to scale your prop firms, right? And you're going to get this discounted at $99 until Christmas. Okay, so until Christmas, you got about 30 minutes. All right, so you guys got to get with me. I believe it's when Christmas hits. I think it's the end of Christmas, right? I'm not sure. I have to double check, but I do know it's either ending when we get to Christmas or at the end of the day of Christmas. So you want to take advantage, right? Take advantage while you can. After that, price will go back up. So you want to take advantage while you can. Okay. Yeah, so y'all got the information. All right. You want to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so the Signal Sniper. Looks like this here. All right, works on the minute time frame. All right. All right, so you guys see this here. If you can, like I said, read, right, and you can press a button, then you can make money with this. We see the buy signal, get in for the buy. That was a win right there. Buy signal, got in for the buy. That's a win right there. All right, so if you can just follow that, obviously it's a little bit more into it than that, right? We just don't use just the Signal Snipe software. We actually draw our analysis first, and then we use this as confirmation, right? And then reading our chart down here also helps with extra confirmation as well. Okay. And then we trade live together. So yeah, y'all, come on here, put this on your chart. We live trade together, take the trades, profit, and then once we take our profit, then we can withdraw. And we do that over and over and over again, right? Rinse and repeat. So yeah, if you guys find value in this, right? If you find it valuable, you got the extra time. Like I said, we're only going to spend about 1 to 2 hours together, right? If you can have that extra time to do this, then cool. And even if you don't want to trade live, right? If you just want to use it on your own, that's cool too, right? So yeah, you guys got the information. If you want the Signal Sniper software, go to the signalsniper.com, thesignalsniper.com, and you can get access to this, right? So it's going to look like this here. .com. It's going to bring you to this page here. All right. So start the quiz, answer the questions. Boom. Do you want access to the Signal Sniper? Well, click yes, right? Click yes. Put in your email. And then it'll bring you to this page, right? And then you want to watch this video. Basically, like a video like this explaining what the Signal Sniper software is. Okay, then you want to scroll down. Fill in your information. And then enter the code here, Sniper. All right, click apply. Okay, I have to fix that. But yeah, the code is Sniper. Once you put that code in, it'll take it down to $99. If it doesn't work, just DM me, okay, and I'll have to do it manually. But yeah, once you click confirm and pay, then you'll be redirected to the course, right? So I have a course that I put together that's going to show you step by step what to do. Okay. Course is going to look like this here. All right. Sorry, yeah, I can't show you guys that, but it's all good. All right. So yeah, once you get access, then you'll get access to the software. You'll put it on the trading view chart, and then you'll be ready to go. Right. I'll put you inside my Facebook group chat, put you inside the live trade room in our Discord, and then yeah, you'll be ready to go. Okay. Our next live trading session will be the 30th. Okay. This week on the 30th. We probably won't have a session on New Year's Eve. And then we'll start back up strong on the 6th of January. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all, you got the information. Let me check to see if we got any questions. All right. So yeah, thank you for watching. Shout out to Jada. She's been killing it. All right. And yeah, and shout out to everybody else that's on our team, everybody that's been killing inside the group. Okay, y'all keep going, keep growing, keep staying focused, locked in. And yeah, let's make this happen, right? Let's make 2026 the best year yet. All right, I'll see y'all on the inside. Let's go.